Okay, so that was hiking the Mamang Trail in Western Australia. And I got to say, I was absolutely lost for words for how beautiful this trail was. I'd personally never seen whales before, and to see 12 in one day absolutely blew my mind. And I felt so blessed to be able to have that opportunity and see the whales in their natural habitat like that. And it is truly something I will treasure for a very long time. But backpedaling a little bit, I am currently chilling out in my car. The wind is absolutely atrocious at the moment, which makes for some shocking audio, and there's also some lawn mowing going on at the unit. So I figured the next best option was to hide out in my car. So here we are. On a more related note, I ended up leaving Perth at about 11:30 to get to Fitzgerald River National Park at about 5:30. So for those that are unaware, it is about a 6-hour drive. So definitely not a small one by any means. I was super fortunate on the drive in. I got to see an echidna, so that is 100% strike rate. Every time I've been to that national park now, I've seen an echidna, so I felt super blessed off the get-go. And then when I rocked up to the trailhead, there was the most amazing rainbow. I managed to get the drone up for a little bit and catch the tail end of the rainbow. So that was pretty special, but it was blowing an absolute gale and there was rain intermittently every 5-10 minutes. So unfortunately couldn't hang around for too long. Ended up camping at St. Mary's campground, where they do charge $11 per night. That is also on top of your national park entry fee, so that is $15 per day. I personally got the annual parks pass, which is about $120, so that one didn't faze me too much. But yeah, just be aware if you are planning on camping at St. Mary's campground, it is $11 per person, or per adult I should say. So I rolled my swag out. It did rain up until about midnight, but I don't know what it is. There's something for me about sleeping in a swag. I sleep like an absolute baby. So I woke up in the morning at about sunrise feeling really refreshed, packed, ready to go, and got to the trailhead just as the sun was poking its head over the horizon. Started the trail, got about 500 meters into it, and that's when I realized there was a whale so close to the shore, and I could not believe it. As you can expect, as soon as I realized that there was whales that close to the shore, I reckon I'd got my drone up the fastest I've ever done it before. Flew it out there, and that's when I realized it was a calf and a mum, and my mind was just racing all over the place. Ended up using a full drone battery before I realized that I was probably only about 500 meters away from where I parked my car, and I'd only had another 2 full drone batteries left with me for the trip, so I figured I'd quickly dash back to my car and throw it on charge. Left my car idling while I dashed out to another lookout, and that's when I realized there was another 4 whales, 2 mums and 2 calves. And it was so special. I could not believe my luck, and it was so cool and surreal to see that many whales in one place. Out a bit further, one of the calves was seemingly having an absolute baller of a time and flapping its tail everywhere and jumping out of the water. So yeah, that was so cool to see as well. Unfortunately, the rain did set in for about half an hour, so I ended up calling it quits with the aerial footage, just shy of 2 batteries, but by that time I'd charged up a full battery in the car, so I had 2 batteries remaining for the rest of the hike, which I thought was going to be enough. So I actually set off about an hour and a half, 2 hours later than what I originally planned. But nevertheless, that was so cool. And then when I was walking along the beach, I couldn't help but stop and admire the whales, as I could still see them on the beach with their fins sticking out like they were. Oh, so cool. But anyway, so I restarted hiking the trail at about 8:30ish, and I knew I still had plenty of time up my sleeve, as the trail was only about 15 kilometers until I got to the campsite. So I really was taking my time to stop and smell the roses and admire the incredible scenery with Mount Barron off in the distance like it was. Yeah, really cool. And that's when I got to Point Charles Lookout. and was absolutely amazed to see another 6 whales, 3 mums and 3 calves. And again, my mind was absolutely blown. Couldn't believe my luck, and so special. So got the drone up again, got some more footage, and really just ended up sitting down on a rock for about half an hour, having some snacks, and just really soaking the moment up. So that was super special as well. Ended up getting to the campsite about 4 in the arvo, and was quite surprised to realise that there's actually not too much there. There's some old benches, a remnants of what I'm assuming is an old barbecue, and a somewhat run-down toilet with no toilet paper. So just keep that in mind if you do plan on doing it. Take your own TP. But it was quite nice. I was there completely alone, and in my eyes, there's nothing better than complete solitude. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Slept like an absolute baby, and ended up waking up at about sunrise because I was super keen to get back home. So yeah, woke up bright and early and started the trail and got back to my car at about 10 o'clock. And that's when I made the big trip back home, which was again 6 hours to drive back. So yeah, just a really nice overnight hike. And this is one I would really recommend to anyone that's in that sort of region, or they do have, I would call it, 3 days to kill and are looking to punch out a nice overnight hike and get out and explore the outdoors for a little bit. So this is one that, yeah, I really rate highly. Even if it didn't have the whales, I think this would be absolute phenomenal hike for anyone to do. So yeah, really recommend it. So on another note, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been supporting the channel and watching these videos. It really does mean the absolute world to me that so many people are enjoying these videos and watching my content. I've recently been getting some messages coming through where people are saying that I've been inspiring them to get outdoors, or they've done a hike purely because I've put a video out there and they weren't aware that it existed. And to me, that is a huge reason why I get outdoors and do these hikes. Yeah, so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone that is enjoying and watching these videos. For those that are unaware, I also have an Instagram page. So if you're interested in seeing some behind the scenes footage or some additional posts that I don't post on YouTube, feel free to check me out on there. It's also the best place if you want to get in touch with me for whatever reason. I was pretty bad at the start, but I've gotten a lot better now at replying to DMs and just responding to any inquiries that you might have. So yeah, feel free to check me out there. Updates wise, I've got an absolute corker of a trip planned for my next hike. It does involve flying, and no, it's not the one that I was talking about a few videos back, but this is one I somehow stumbled across, and I thought this is going to be an absolute ripper of one. Firstly, to check out how my gear goes on an aeroplane. I've got a rough idea how I want to transport it all, but yeah, I kind of just really want to get that experience traveling completely solo and unreliant on my vehicle. So I'm really excited to get that one underway. Also, hopefully got a gear video dropping soon. So stay tuned for that one. And until then, I will see you in the next one.